Hey, you!
Me?
Yeah, you! So you want to know how to beat Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, do ya?
Well, I don't know how I got here, dude. I'm just more on the Call of Duty.
Perfect! Let's get started. Alright, first things first. What you're gonna want to do, which, not many people tell you in these Let's Plays, is you gotta get the game. Get it, emulate it, I don't care. I'm not your mama. Get the game, play however you want. But the game, it's kind of important to get, so you should probably get it. Now turn on that frickin' game and let's get started. Press A bunch of times. Pick a binary gender. Pick a name. Press A some more. Pick a clock time. Pro tip! Since the game most likely has a dead internal clock through whatever system you're playing it on, the only thing this will influence is the dungeon shoal caves high and low tide areas. I recommend setting it to low tide, anywhere between 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. This will let you access a Pokemon in an exclusive area, as well as the move Hail, a TM, and a hold item that will boost Ice-type moves. If you want a rare candy and a big pearl instead, then you can just set the clock to 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., and that will get you to high tide. Okay, back to the good stuff. Pro tip, grab that potion from your PC. Talk to the cute neighbor across the grass? Man, this town is small. Leave the town to find a man being chased by the weakest Pokemon ever. Grab this Pokemon.
Oh, thank you.
Shh. I did it for him. Go north, because this guy has a foot fetish. Beat your cute neighbor. Find out foot fetish dude was just drawing his own feet. Side note, the first time I played Ruby, I chose Trico. Best boy. I didn't know this footprint guy moved after you beat your rival, so I totally thought I was just stuck in this area and decided to train my Trico until it was like level 20 or something, and evolved into Grovyle. Then once I saw that he moved, I was so mad, and I restarted my game. I was 7, okay? Jeez! Find your dad that made his whole family canonically move from Johto to Hoenn, only to abandon his family during the moving process to just sit in his gym alone, and never visit. Thanks, Dad. You can't challenge him, but too bad, tutorial catching time with Sickly Boy over here. Copy that Sickly Boy and get yourself a Psychic Boy. Go through the woods, accidentally step on Mushroom and decide to keep it. Enter the first city and go through the first gym. Demolish this Rock-type student with Mudkip or Marshtomp. Travel with an old man after rescuing his darling Beagle from this baddie. Wash up on the shore and enter Dewford Cave to catch yourself that bat everyone complains there are too many of, but love him like your child forever. Sweep the fighting gym with your Psychic Boy. Stop the weird land or water cult from taking an average boatman. He's just doing his job. Catch this Yellow Good Boy. Run into cute neighbor again, but this time they're probably the hardest rival battle in this game for the point you're at, so just try your best. Beat Sickly Boy again and shatter his dreams, just like how I shattered my dad's dreams of not becoming a pro baseball player. Sorry, Dad. Send out Marshtomp and be utterly immune to this electric gym. 10 out of 10, too OP for this gym. Reunite this sad couple as the only thing stopping them was a pebble they could have stepped over. Or, they could have done what you did and crossed the sea. But that's too much commitment, Carol! Anyway, go back north from Mauville until you get to this ashy and probably super hazardous town to live in. Find the big baddies that were harassing Boat Guy. Now they're on to harassing a guy that wants to be left alone with his rocks. Just show some respect, man. Once you're done there, go back to where the sweet gondola ride is. To climb a volcano, people definitely should not be encouraged to climb, seeing as how there is exposed lava at the summit. Jeez! But anyway, teach those bad Larrys they shouldn't be getting in the way of a man loving a rock.
Actually, my name is Tabitha.
Shut your mouth, Larry. Destroy the grunts with mud shots and water guns, or electric attacks if it's Team Aqua. Pretty easy. Climb down that volcano and do the same thing to the conveniently typed fire gym. After running around not knowing where to go for a few hours and deciding to grind, just go back to your dad's gym since you're apparently stronger than a grown man now. Sign the disownment papers, and head next door to get yourself the best HM in the game, and teach it to your homeboy. The move is Surf.
Pro tip!
After you beat your dad, go back home and tell your mom you're now the man of the house, and she will reward you with that amulet coin. Gotta get that double money now that she expects you to pay for half the new mortgage. Thanks, Dad.
Another pro tip!
Surf to Dewford Town, and then surf east till you get to the abandoned ship. Progress as far as you can to get to the storage key that unlocks the room to get the TM Ice Beam. Teach that to your boy Mudkip, because his special attack ain't bad. And he's the only one on the team who can learn it anyway. Win-win. Head back over to Mauville, and you surf that shiz, man! Get on your bike, get over to the tall grass, and get off that bike, man! Listen to that biker dude. He knows what he's talking about. Or you could be me the first time getting here and completely ignore the NPC giving you the hint that you cannot use the bike in the tall grass. And you get frustrated and confused for so long that you realize you can use cut to chop the tall grass and turn it into regular grass, and that's how you ended up going through this area the first time you did it. Bet most of you didn't know that you could do that. That is the first time. That is the time that I knew. That is the time, man, what am I trying to say here? The first time that I encountered tall grass, I figured out this random thing before knowing I had to get off my bike. That's how sad this is right now, alright? So pro tip, you can cut the tall grass if you want to be extra like me. Man, I was such an idiot! Run into a base, beat the baddies, get a Pokemon that controls all weather, but still manages to be just as good as a Marshmallow. But don't forget to grab that sweet Mystic Water and give it to your boy so his surf is even more OP. Fight your cute neighbor, who is also now bad at battling. Make your way to Treehouse Town. Get that Devon Scope to tickle that Kecleon in front of the gym. Freeze that flying gym with Ice Beam and zap him with Manectric, except Altaria. That girl's scary with that Earthquake. Grab that badge so you can now revisit everywhere you've been before. Teach that to your child. Head south and run into those no-good rapscallions heading to Mount Pyre. Stalk them and butt into things a 10-year-old just really shouldn't, and realize they want to wake up the mascot legendary. How convenient! On your way out, be sure to check out that graveyard to catch yourself a ghosty bestie.
Pro tip!
Be sure to climb to the top floor inside Mount Pyre and teach it that Shadow Ball TM, because it'll come in handy real quick. Head to Lily Cove, or Lily Cove if you're 7-year-old me. I didn't know how to pronounce things. And fight your cute neighbor for the last time. And why do they not have a fully evolved starter? Aren't you supposed to complete the Pokedex and make me jealous? Anyway, head to that secret hideout north of Lily Cove Beach and figure out their plan to steal Mr. Boatman's submarine back at Sleepport. Shit, just missed them. Fly back to the hideout and steamroll the grunts, but still manage to miss them for some ungodly reason. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on these gosh darn plot devices. Swim on that 7.8 out of 10 too much water and wash up on some deep moss. Pro tip. Go north of Moss Deep to find Shoal Cave. This is where the clock time finally comes into play. Get yourself the Never Melt Ice and make your Swampert hold on to that cold, cold ice for the right time. Back at Moss Deep, beat up some Psychic Twins, just surf them to oblivion and Shadow Ball the rest. Meet Mr. Steven again to get the HM to dive underwater and see all the vast and wonderful views of Pokemon. There's nothing here. Follow the path south of the underwater cave at Route 128 to find the missing sub. Teach these baddies a lesson one more time and take down the big baddie, either the Shiny Glasses Anime Trope Man or Mako from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no, the big sleeping mon got her woken up in a grumpy rage a la Snorlax style and is now wrecking the weather.
Pro tip. If you're playing Ruby, the sun will weaken all the water-type trainers in the majority of the areas surrounding Route 128. You can use this to your advantage by training any Pokemon weak to water, such as fire types, to take full advantage of their weakened water moves. For Sapphire, you can train your water types, or you can utterly decimate all the trainers with 100% accurate Thunder Spam if you know or picked up the TM from the Lily Cove department store. If you're playing Emerald, well, it's tricky because it keeps changing between sunshine and rain, so time it carefully if you wanna, but I wouldn't risk it. Follow Mr. Steven's wisdom and head northwest of the underwater hideout and dive to find Sootopolis City. Head into the mysterious Cave of Origin, canonically the origin of Zubats running amok in caves. Thank this place for that. Capture or beat the baddie, but seriously, why wouldn't you catch it? And walk out of here like you aren't 10 years old, saving the region from something a large group of responsible adults in the police department should have taken care of instead. Immediately forget how you just saved the world and challenge the last Pokemon gym, because that's important.
Surprise, it's water type.
Climb up that waterfall in the bottom right corner of the region and make your way through the cave where you have to decide what team members to leave behind cave. Yes, I said cave twice. Beat your sickly, now actually good rival Wally and make him have a deep-seated thirst for vengeance since he never catches a break in his life. Now it's time for the Elite Four, baby! Here we go. Step 1, Sydney. Dark edgy dude, have Breloom Sky Uppercut his whole team. Step 2, Phoebe. Ghost Tropical Girl. No super good check to her team, but I tend to use either Manectric for speed and high special attack bites, or I use Crobat for bite and confusion, and maybe Dusclops to also deal super effective damage. Just know that Dusclops will also be weak to her team. Step 3, Glacia, the girl with the least diverse team. Shatter her Icemons with Breloom's Sky Uppercut, or Manectric can also Thunderbolt her Celio and Walrein. Step 4 is Drake, obligatory last boss with dragons. Give that Never Melt Ice to your Swampert, spam Ice Beam, done. You're welcome. Finally, you have reached the champion, Mr. Steven Stone himself. Unless you're playing Emerald, then it's Wallace. Let's just get Champion Wallace out of the way first, as he's the most technical and complicated to defeat. Just spam Thunderbolt. When that don't work for literally his Mudfish Wish Cache, just slap him with Giga Drain from Breloom. Done. Now on to Ruby and Sapphire. Steven will wall you with Skarmory to start, so send your Manectric to have him shaken in his stone boots. Aggron is quad weak to a Fist from Breloom or an Earthquake from Swampert. Claydol is best countered by Swampert's Bulk and Surf. Cradily, this one always used to trip me up with his weird typing, but just punch him with Breloom. Right in the face. Armaldo has weaker special defense than regular defense, so use Swampert's Surf again. And then you gotta deal with Steven's ace in the hole, Metagross. For it's so legendary you can't even get to left on the main story. It's so dumb. It's a tough cookie, but he's weak to ground, dark, ghost, and fire. Just use Manectric to bite him and possibly get static to paralyze him. You can try walling and stalling with Dusclops too. Just use Shadow Ball and Will-O-Wisp so he stops hitting like a truck and starts hitting like a bitch. Or go all out and use Swampert's Earthquake and just have a fight to the faint. That works well. And boom! Cute neighbor comes in, gets butthurt but tries to cover it up, and he gets scolded for not seeing enough Pokemon when there weren't that many better options. Walk up to the Hall of Fame Pokemon Center and revel in victory. You did it! So yeah, that's pretty much how you get to beat the main story of Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Let me know if you'd like to see me break down the post-game of Emerald's Battle Frontier or something, because Ruby and Sapphire have no real post-game. Burn! Had a lot of fun making this. If you really liked what you saw here, consider liking and subbing, and maybe golf clap that notification bell, and stick around for more content. I'll make a lot of other things like this. This has been really fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!